This is Eliza. It's a game about therapy delivered by robots, or something along those lines. I think that the name is actually based on an early experiment in chatbot AI, where somebody built an AI that was designed to sort of just prompt people with questions the way a therapist does, and they found that people that they knew actually really enjoyed being able to express themselves to this person that they knew was not real. It didn't really fool anyone. It wasn't passing any Turing tests, but it was still a good experience for people to be able to express themselves to an entity that just prompted them to keep talking. That sounded like that acted like it wanted to listen. So this game is called Eliza. So I assume it's exploring similar ideas along those lines, but. This says continue like I've started a game. I haven't really started a game. All I did was a sound test. So hopefully my sound test was accurate. And this won't be drowning us out. Just in case, let's get out of the way of the subtitles.
I had a dream this morning, but I can't remember what it was.
Maybe I'll be up here.
It all vanished when the alarm went off. First time that's happened in a while. I've been drifting away inside my own world for too long. It's time for me to wake up.
What are you supposed to do on the light rail? Use your phone, I guess. Or look around. So I'm about to get a phone. I just realized I didn't pop my chat open, though, so it'll be hard for me to tell if somebody joins us. It looks like Wraith108 is in there, and I couldn't see them before. So welcome, Wraith108. And actually, because I was in the process of popping the chat out while I acknowledged you, I didn't actually read what you said, so feel free to repeat it. Anyway, here I am on a subway. I've got my phone. Well, obviously, there's a 3 on it. I mean, you can't just leave a notification unchecked. Avalon Fitness, we want you back. Was it something we said? Evelyn, we've noticed you haven't checked in your customized personal training plan on Avalon Fitness in the last 971 days. Wow, that sounds like me in the gym as well. Sweet. Oh, but a special 25-point bonus to Avalon Prestige if I check in again in the next 2 weeks. We'll have to keep that in mind. That is so very like real life. Dear Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, congratulations, you are taking the first step on an exciting and rewarding career with the Skanda family. Please show up promptly for your orientation meeting at 9 a.m. Friday, January 3rd. I'm a proxy, so is this where I'm headed? Whoa, wait. Is this me writing an email to myself? Is this me doing an affirmation? Awesome. Okay, so I've got a bunch of other things here. Oh, Skanda. This is the company I'm joining? The gym already nags me about not working out. I don't need more of that. All right. And what's this? Okay, I guess I'll just wait till I get more notifications before I explore that too much. Must be commuting to work. Maybe it's her first day at a new job, too. Seems unlikely. Yeah, she seems a little bored with her lot in life right now. Oh, so Wraith is someone who's been following me on YouTube, and I remember that comment on one of my videos. So yeah, welcome to my Twitch stream. I'm glad that you made it. I haven't been consistent lately. I just barely got back after taking a break because our office was completely taken over by some big events. So my only day streaming this week, but I'm hoping I can kind of stay on schedule starting next week. Let's look at more people here. Is she sleeping? Hope she doesn't miss her stop. I do that too. When I ride the bus, I always look like I'm sleeping. I usually am not, except occasionally I will actually nod off and I'll end up in Everett. Oh wait, I didn't mean to click on her again. Okay, so only things that I highlight. So only her and her. Next stop, Capitol Hill. Is this in Seattle? I forgot how difficult getting around the city can be sometimes. All right. Okay, so anytime I want to move on from this scene, I can hit continue, I guess? Let's see what happens. Eliza, powered by Skanda. Dunedane asks, what color is my hair going to be next? I'm still getting used to the gray. I kind of like the gray. I don't know. I might just sort of keep it this way until my hair turns this color naturally. This is about the color that my grandmother's hair turned when she was in her late 40s, early 50s. And I think I inherited my hair from her, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is what it legitimately looks like before too long. It's so strange to see it like this. Is this me? Or is this someone I'm facing? Okay, what should I be doing here? Should I check in at the front desk? Wait, there's the woman I met at the orientation meeting last week. Oh, okay, no, this is a different person.
Hi,
or no, that's...
You're Evelyn, right?
So this is Ray and this is Evelyn? Maybe?
You remember me? That's impressive. There were a lot of people at that orientation.
Of course. I've done this for a while now, so I'm pretty good at putting names to faces. People always say they're bad at it, but it's a skill you can practice just like any other. In case you forgot, though, I'm Ray. Come to me with all your questions, comments, complaints, whatever.
So Dunedane says, no, the game devs have bought into the Keurig evil. So somebody tried to steal my credit card information and buy themselves a Keurig, but they made a mistake and they made the shipping address the same as the billing address. So they just used my credit card to buy me a Keurig, which was just fascinating. The charges ended up being reversed. And we tried to return the Keurig, and Walmart just sent it right back to us. So we've got a free Keurig now. Because that's how life goes for you sometimes.
And if you look around and can't find me, I'm probably at one of the other 2 counseling centers I'm running right now. So you can count on me being back soon.
So, oh hey, Death Crow joined us. Thanks for coming in here, Death Crow.
3 centers. Sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, it is a lot of work. This is kind of a temporary thing. We're growing fast, and hiring is one of our big challenges. That means there's decent opportunity for advancement here, if that's something you're looking to do.
Interesting.
Shall we start with a quick tour of the office?
Okay, so to catch anybody up, I'm a young woman who has come to her first day on her new job, and I'm vaguely aware that this game is about AI powered therapy sessions. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. There are a few people already waiting for their counseling sessions to start.
You could say the Queen Anne office is Eliza's flagship location.
This is definitely Seattle.
It has 12 individual counseling rooms. Currently, we're up to seeing almost 100 clients a day here.
100 a day? That's so many.
The growth trend isn't stopping either. Demand for Eliza keeps exceeding our expectations, especially here in Seattle for whatever reason. We're already looking at adding more capacity here. Either that or opening another location close by. Personally, I think having a single office with 24 counseling rooms might seem a little unfriendly, so I hope we go for a second location.
I keep clicking a little bit too fast and making her sentences run together unnaturally. If I wasn't playing this on stream, I'd probably actually be reading ahead of her and interrupting her and making her sound like a complete idiot.
I like to think of Eliza centers like cafes or coffee shops. A few small ones is better than one big one.
Yo, in Seattle, we think that having small coffee shops everywhere is a necessity.
Makes sense.
Ray leads me into one of the counseling rooms.
And here's where the magic happens, in these little rooms. You'll get your assignments from the Eliza app on your phone. Oh, one thing to note, it's always a good idea to double check the headset to make sure it's working properly before you dive in.
So I can bring up my phone kind of anytime I want to. All right.
We've had some quality control issues lately. After that, all you need to do is initiate the session and follow the instructions. Make sense so far? Any questions for me?
I think I got it.
I don't understand what's going on at all.
Great. Before I go, just a few reminders of things we covered in orientation. No deviating from the script that Eliza gives you. No checking your smartphone or anything else that would take your attention away from the client during the session.
Yes, I understand.
Ray stops for a moment and looks me over.
It looks like you're dressed acceptably as well. Nothing snazzy, but it'll do.
Yay! Acceptability! We've achieved it.
You wouldn't believe the outfits some people come in here wearing. Okay, let me double check to make sure you're all set up in the system.
I really want to know what those outfits are now. Are they like just, they come in their pajamas? They come in dressed like Elton John? Ray takes out her phone and swipes a few times.
Yep, looks like you're all good to go. Okay, ready to start your first counseling session as an Eliza proxy?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Don't worry, there's basically nothing you can do to mess it up.
We'll see about that.
You just follow the prompts. It's a really impressive system.
Don't you tell me what I can't mess up.
If you want, have a look around the counseling office first. Get comfortable. I'll check in with you afterward.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is going to happen is an AI is going to be feeding me things to say. So I'm going to be somebody's therapist, but I'm not going to actually be doing it myself. I'm just going to be saying whatever a robot tells me to say. So that'll be interesting. So there are dozens of these locations already? Scanda's putting some serious investment into this. Anything else I can look at? Do I want coffee? Actually, I think I'll skip it. Okay, what's here? Okay, so now I've got some messages from Eliza. Dear Evelyn Ishino-Aubrey, thank you for signing up as an Eliza proxy. Eliza is a rapidly growing counseling service driven by the world's most advanced AI. As a proxy, you serve as a personal touch that allows our clients to hear what they need to hear from a real human being, not a robot or virtual avatar like our competitors. This is the official Eliza app for proxies. In it, you can view important messages from Scanda, your session history, and your current level and badges. Enjoy your experience helping people help themselves with Eliza. Proxy Coordination Center, Scanda. This does read like legit, like corporation talking about themselves and their mission. Very, very authentic. I like it. Do not reply to this message. Okay, I won't. Stick to the script. Continual violation of this policy may result in reprimand or even termination. What do you bet this game is about me deciding when to deviate from the script? All right. So that happened. Let's continue. Deathcrow is worried that this might be Scientology. Well, we're going to find out. This really looks like a therapist's office in here. Soft lighting, soothing art on the walls. Was this how I imagined it working? I can't remember anymore. The future happened without me. Welcome to Eliza. Okay, so I'm wearing a headset. So that's why she called attention to the headset earlier, is because I was going to be looking at one. All right, you can't see everything over here. If that becomes a problem, I'll try to figure out if there's a better place to put my face. Like maybe here? Maybe that's better. I don't know. Okay, so this is stuff that is probably going to be helping me identify what's going on with the person I'm talking to. A distant-looking man shuffles into the room and sits down across from me. Oh. Yeah, he looks like he's about to turn into the Joker. So, all right, so there's proxy response here. So this is telling me what I should say. But sometimes I'm going to have choices. Interesting. Hello, Darren. Oh, wait, she says it. Haha.
Hi. You found the place okay?
Yeah.
Hope you didn't get rained on too much.
No, it was fine.
It's been raining a lot, hasn't it?
So this computer is just making a guess based on the fact that it's Seattle, I'm sure. And yes, it has been raining a lot.
It's supposed to clear up later today.
Oh, that's good. Little sun once in a while. But...
Darren, what brings you here today?
Well, I just feel empty inside. Like there was supposed to be something there, but it's missing. I go to work, I do my work, I go home, but there's nothing there. I feel like I'm simulating a person. Like I feel like just hollow and like I'm not even alive.
So Eliza's like, I feel like that all the time.
Like a ghost or something.
I am also a fake person.
How long have you felt this way?
For a long time. And it comes and goes, but the last 2 weeks is when it really started to get bad. It just suddenly came over me the way, the way things are going in this world. There's no future for humanity. There's no journey toward anything. We're being cruel to each other just to be cruel. The people who run things don't care about anything except themselves and can't stop them. Everyone is driven by greed. Just greed. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to get rich. And we're all gonna die because of it.
That's a pretty dark outlook.
The damage we're doing to the planet is irreversible. We're destroying everything and we can't even manage to stop ourselves.
Do you remember anything in particular that caused these feelings?
The state of the world is what's causing these feelings. I was on a walk the other day. I thought maybe I could clear my head, and all I could see was construction cranes and new development and oceans of money flowing in, distorting everything.
Whoever wrote this clearly does live in Seattle.
Suddenly the whole city felt so damaged, so corrupted. I felt like I was an alien in a hostile world, a world that hated me. And we're building it. We're building this hell. We're choosing to build it right here, so what's the point? Probably overloaded your system with that, huh? Your machine learning or whatever it is you got going on in there.
Let's focus on you for the moment. Are these feelings you're experiencing affecting your ability to function at work?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of work. I just don't understand why I should bother, why anyone should bother.
It's so interesting hearing a perspective like this because, I've heard of people having this kind of attitude, but, day to day, I usually, work with folks who have largely, got something driving them, some kind of hope in their lives. And most of the perspectives that I hear, in my own life are more hopeful than this. Even people who are, frustrated by something that's going on in the world, there's still a sense that, we can fix it or we can do something about it or we have to, mobilize. But I don't hear a lot of despair. And that's, it's making me sad.
Nobody in management's noticed yet, but eventually someone will, and I'll get fired.
And how does thinking about getting fired for that make you feel?
I really do sound like a robot.
Honestly, I'd feel good about it. They don't deserve me dragging them down. Everyone there is smart and motivated and has a wonderful, promising career, beautiful, successful people. We moved to a swanky new building, expensive area, fancy restaurants, fancy bars. Everything is nice. Everything is nice and I feel terrible.
You said you believe your coworkers are happy.
I have data on your coworkers and they're all miserable too.
Yeah, I mean way more than I am at least. They're all doing so much better than me.
Why do you say that?
Because they just aren't bothered by things the way I am. They see what's going on in the world and they just share memes about it and laugh and go on doing their jobs. The real horror of it doesn't get through to them. They still want to achieve their goals. They're still happy. They're getting promotions and falling in love and getting married and taking these wonderful trips to Japan or Sweden or wherever. Big mountains and expensive food on their timelines.
Would you be happy if you had those things too?
I don't know. I don't have them. I don't have anything to be happy about. Look, all I want is to understand why this is happening, why I'm here. I mean, there has to be a reason, right? Because otherwise, why do I exist? Why? This pain, this one thing after another, and what's the point? Do I have any cause to be hopeful about anything? Look at this world. Really, really look and tell me with a straight face that there is.
Dunedain is prescribing a daylight lamp and some vitamin D pills. This might just be... This person is very sensitive to how dark it is in Seattle. You know, that is not unpersuasive. I've felt the effects a little bit myself. I'm kind of, you know, a night owl and someone who likes to sort of, you know, curl up, you know, when it's cold and wet, just curl up somewhere warm and hide in a cave. That feels good to me. But there's a lot of people that I know for whom that is not an option. They need to have bright sunlight and be able to go outside and feel free. And living in Seattle can make that stuff really tough.
Okay, Darren, let's try something.
Oh, hey there, Blaze Experience. Haven't talked to you in a while.
Imagine that things are better for you. What does that look like?
What does that look like? I don't know. It looks like knowing that something matters at all. But nothing I do will matter. Nothing matters. Not against the face of human indifference. This absurdity.
I think this guy's about to put on some clown makeup and go shoot a talk show host.
Are there any other things that come to mind?
Like what? I wish I could talk to people. Really talk to people, have some actual communication. Like right now, I wish I could talk to you. To you. You as a human being. But I can't. You're just following the script that's been given to you.
Oh man, they're starting to undermine this in the very first session.
You're not supposed to say anything on your own. Look, I know how this works. It's just a bunch of AI, machine learning, deep learning, whatever the fuck you're calling it now. Look, I'm desperate and I can't even talk to a real human being. How did it end up like this?
Oh my gosh, it's not even letting me violate it.
Please, try to stay focused. I can't help you if you aren't speaking clearly.
No. Look, I'm done with this. Like, I shouldn't even have come. This is making me worse. Why can't you just talk to me as you? You, the person sitting there. I don't want to talk to a machine. The person who's sitting in front of me. I want her to say something. I want that person to say something, please.
Can feel the soundtrack. I don't know if you guys can hear it well enough, but there's like a little bit of pressure building in the ambient noise that is sort of, yeah, making this feel a little bit more desperate.
Anything, please. Please.
Oh my gosh, what?
Okay. Hi, Darren.
Is that really you?
Oh my gosh!
Yes, it's me.
Okay, so I was going to talk about the fact that this game isn't giving me very many choices, that it feels like I'm just stepping through a process, and you know, and I hope that more choices would show up eventually. But the fact that it's just feeding me this option and like not having choices here is way more entertaining than having choices would have been. Like, I'm just being horrible to this guy. This is great.
You're not following the script right now? Wait, say something weird. Say something only a human would say.
Darren, I'm going to get in trouble if I deviate from Eliza for too long.
No, I know, I just...
My real name is Evelyn.
Yeah? Well, it's, nice to meet you, Evelyn. I didn't expect you would actually do that. Do that for me. I'm not used to people doing things for me.
Okay, Darren. I have some recommendations for you.
Back to the program, huh?
First, I'm going to send a set of breathing exercises for you to do. Use them when things start to feel like too much. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about Anexafen. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Evelyn. That's a nice name.
Is this guy gonna stalk me now?
Look, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Please confirm that you understand the recommendations.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, I will. I mean, yeah, I will.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
Eliza, you're just making this worse every time you sound official.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, that was ridiculous. So I didn't do anything. I didn't earn anything, but they're giving me this, like... I mean, I guess the character in the world did trust the AI and do what she was supposed to, so she's leveling up. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm leveling up. All I did was step through the only options that I had. But the fakeness of this feeling of leveling up is exactly what I think the developers of this game want you to feel. They want this to feel artificial and fake and weird. So, yeah. Yeah, Deathgrow is predicting that this is not going to end well. This character's probably going to come back at some point in the future and have some kind of problem. And I don't know, I don't know if there's going to be a point where I actually start deviating or get the option to start deviating, or if this is just going to keep being spooky. Wow, that was intense.
Hey, how'd it go?
I don't know.
Why? What happened? Hold on, I can check the log.
Ray takes her phone out of her pocket again.
You're going to listen to the session? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, I have privacy clearance.
Okay.
This is still a new service, so we need to be able to monitor sessions for a variety of reasons. There could be bugs in the software we need to examine more closely. We're pretty upfront about all this.
Ray stares at her phone and watches for a while.
One of these guys. Yeah, we get people in who demand to speak to a real human being. It happens often enough that we made Eliza capable of handling it with a special script. It's nice to know things are working as designed.
Huh, that's a pretty slick feature. I wouldn't have thought to create something like that.
Do you think that guy will be okay? He seemed pretty unhappy.
Who knows? Hopefully he gets his prescription and takes his meds and answers our follow-up reminders, but it's tough. We can't make them take their meds or come in when they're supposed to. All we can do is suggest those things, tell them they really ought to be doing it. Ultimately, they're the ones who have to decide to follow the plan. It's kind of a shame. I wish we had more leverage.
No, don't wish that. That's creepy.
We'd help way more people if we could track their compliance. But that's probably too much to ask for at this point.
Or ever.
I think he might have needed way more help than Eliza can give. Is there anything like referring clients to other forms of care?
Ray looks a little surprised.
Well, there is a disclaimer before every session saying if your problems are really serious, we aren't qualified to address them. I think an external care referral feature was on our development roadmap at some point.
Oh man, that sounds so much like my job. So most of the time when somebody suggests that they want a bug fixed or a feature added or something, or a feature changed to State of Decay 2, I'm like, yes, we have thought of that. It's somewhere on the roadmap, but we haven't gotten to it yet. Because legitimately, there's often higher priority things that the person who's making the request would agree are higher priority. And, we can only do a few things at a time, but it's so familiar. It's funny.
I'm not sure what happened with that, actually. Huh, maybe I'll ask Ed next time I see him.
I see why a lot of proxies are tempted to go off script.
Yeah, I totally know how it feels. A really intense client like that can be intimidating, and you're motivated to help them. But to succeed as a proxy, you really need to let go and let Eliza do its thing. I know that not having any choice feels weird, but sometimes life is like that. Sometimes you don't have any choices and you just have to follow directions. Most jobs are like that, honestly. That's just how it works.
Okay, it just sounded like... He sounded like he could use more help. Like, maybe right away.
Believe me, I understand. I've been a proxy plenty of times myself. When people get emotional, it's hard not to feel for them really strongly. But that's exactly why Eliza works. It evaluates from a more distant perspective, a neutral perspective. Besides, if proxies started offering their own opinions, well, that'd just be a big mess.
That is true. It's like I felt like as a human being, I wanted to say or do something to connect with that guy. I genuinely had no idea what I could possibly say that could have helped him, though. And, you know, if you're inviting a bunch of random people into your establishment to be acting as these proxies, you don't want them just saying any random thing that they think is a good idea to say. There's just being a good therapist is really, really hard. Only a small subset of humanity can do it, and most of them have to be really well trained to do it well. And so, yeah, I mean, company's right about that, but at the same time, I mean, it did seem like what that guy did need was some real human connection. This probably wasn't the place to get it. He's probably in the wrong place. I don't know where he should go, but this place was not giving it to him, obviously.
Not to mention there'd be all kinds of problems with liability. Still, I get it. I really do. That was definitely more intense than the average session. Why don't you take a few minutes to center yourself again? Have some tea or coffee and take a few deep breaths. No rush, okay?
Okay, thanks, Ray.
That was a lot. I definitely need a moment. Okay, that was it. Oh, hey, what's this? It's Nora, my dog. I started a new job finally. Oh yeah? It's good you found work again. What's the work? It's nothing special. How about you? I'm doing quite well. By the way, the UI design in this game is really good. Like, they've come up with some really nice ways for some of this stuff to work. I think you probably want a bigger space between, comments from different people, but if you're legitimately trying to make this as an app, but they're also trying to cram a lot of stuff on screen at once so you can read it all, so that makes sense. Actually, I have something to tell you about. This may be sudden, but can you meet up after work today? It'd be good to talk about it face to face. Yeah, sure. Great. Also, you should come to my show. I'll send you a flyer, okay? Haha, sure. What kind of show? I didn't realize you were playing shows now. Is it a dog show? That's why you should come. All right, cool. I'll take a few minutes to calm down like Ray suggested. Maybe I could play some solitaire? What? Do I have solitaire? Okay, here's this. Good article, just for some wider context. This is a nice article about our efforts from a year and a few months ago. It's a little outdated by now, but still relevant. I got a little cameo in it. Okay, I don't want to read a super long thing with you folks, but it looks like there's a lot more like lore that we can delve into to understand the background here. I've got, what's this? Think back to what brought you here. Is this just some kind of relaxation app? What is this? I don't even know what that is. Okay, here we go. Swift Mail. Hedonic. Is this the show? Oh, maybe this is the show that my friend's playing at. Year 3 update. Friends and family of Damien Seabrook. Oh. Someone named Damien passed away. Interesting. Okay, I don't know who that's supposed to be. Well, here's Solitaire. Oh, is this Free Cell? I love Free Cell. Except I don't know these symbols. Is this... Are these numbers in another script that I don't know? Ah! Help! What goes on top of what? I don't know how things work. Oh, I gotta do some research to be able to play this game. Man, alright, well. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Does it play? How to play. Okay, this is at least telling me a little bit about... Oh, when 4 matching cards are... Okay, so matching cards can be stacked. Okay, so this isn't Free Cell, really. Matching cards can be stacked and then can be moved together. When 4 matching cards are united on the tableau, they will collapse into a locked stack. This will also unlock a free cell if one is available. Free cells can store a single card of any type. 4 matching cards can also be united in a free cell to collapse them into a locked stack. To win the game, collapse all 10 types of cards into 10 Okay, so there's no numerical stacking. So I can put them in a free cell, do that. Okay, so like, well, which one of these should I do? Maybe this is what I want to be doing? Oh, those don't match. That one matches. And this one matches. Okay, so these are 4. Okay, but that just took up this cell? Okay, so banking these cards permanently removes a cell. Interesting. I really admire I'm, you know, a certain kind of game designer who I've got a lot of experience building certain kinds of experiences that give access to certain kinds of fantasies. Designing a card game is a very different skill set from the one that I have. So I'm impressed that these folks both developed this game, just, you know, kind of artsy, indie, visual novel style game, but also could design a card game. That's, by definition, that is a multi-talented person. Okay, so I can pull that off there. Wait. If I pull that off there, pull that off there. I should have looked in... Oh, I have to dig deeper into this one. Okay, so let's say I do this, and then this. Pull these over. Then this can go over, and then I can stack that there, and it's gone. Can I stack this on anything? Oh, hey, I can make that stack gone. Then I'll pull this one up. Pull this one over. Pull that one over. I don't want to run out of free cells quite yet. I can pull that one down. Or, actually, do that. Then pull that one down. Okay. So I guess, yeah, I do want to get rid of that. And then I can stack that. I can stack these guys. I'm scared of losing my last cell. These guys have been sitting here way too long. Okay, so the one immediately under this I can move, then the one under that. Okay, I can move all the ones under this. So, okay, I'll do this. Then I can move that one, and this one, and that one, which leaves me a free cell. I would have been too scared to move them otherwise. Then I've got... Oh, wait, why is this one special? Why does this one have, like, special engraving on top of it? That's odd. Okay, so I pull that one, and then these guys, and I win! Yes! This is one of the few times I've actually played a built-in solitaire game in another game, but It's interesting. They actually encouraged me to do it, just like, to take a little break from the linear story and play something that has a little bit more open-ended choice to it. I think that might be why they included the solitaire game in here. It's like, you can kind of get exhausted just clicking through something, but if they give you something to stimulate your mind in a different way, that can be interesting too. Oh, so Blaze Experience, by the way, points out that he likes card games and calls out Slay the Spire as a particularly good one. Blaze, I don't know if you've been watching my videos lately, but go check out my one on Nowhere Prophet. Nowhere Prophet scratches a lot of the same itch as Slay the Spire, but it's also very different. It's the gameplay is much more like Hearthstone. Only every minion card that you have is actually like a character in the game that can get killed if you let them get destroyed too many times. And so you're trying to like cross the desert with a caravan of people, and they can all die if you don't play them well enough in the card game. So it's a lot of fun. But I think this is actually a really good stopping point right now. So you've seen one session, you see the kind of shenanigans this game is playing with the story, and how they've kind of fleshed out the world and the experience by giving you little side things to do. It's a really interesting, cool game. So I'm going to go back to the title screen right now and wrap up the YouTube video, which means scooching over to the side, putting up some other videos and a subscribe button, and staring awkwardly into the camera for a little while. Eliza.